Palić coś.
Uwaga, bo wróci. No.
Dawać wogi.
To?
Tak.
Czekaj, bo ten jeden się nie da.
Te ogniki i one będą pomalowane na czerwono, nie?
Okej.
Tam może trochę później tam okolarkę.
Co to zamęcimy chyba, tak?
Tutaj przesuniemy
Cieszyć się rodą naszym licznym potomstwem i daj ziemi także płodność słusznie zwierzęta. Niechaj będzie chwała Frey!
I hear a lot of people saying that Wollin is an escape from life sometimes, and it's a vacation that you need to, like, I've said it myself once, it's a vacation you need to, like, step out of the rat race of society. But now, after 7 years, I realize every single Wollin is different. They've each had their own accomplishment. And for me today, it's not an escape from life. It's life. I'm Alan Olsen. I'm from North Jutland, Denmark. I'm in a fight group called Bande, which is primarily Polish. We have some international people in it also. We fight Eastern. We are allied with Valgard, King Ivan, and he fights for Jomsborg under Karl. So we fight on the Jomsborg side of Wollin. I'm here to fight because essentially that's the battle we come for, but I'm here because the people I love the most in the whole world are here. And I'm a spear fighter.
For me, the fighting is not the most important thing. I'm really looking into the historical craftsmanship. My name is Leo, and I'm really interested in historical materials and how they are produced and how you could feel different textures by producing them with the tools of the time. I think Wollin is a lot about that. There's not just the fighting. There are a lot of craftsmanship. There are a lot of crazy people who are doing a lot of research and do have a huge knowledge about historical techniques. Yeah. Doing some historical paint making and doing researches about the pigments of the Viking Age. I'm here in Wollin for over 15 years now. My job is related to it. I'm a studied conservator for mural paintings, so I'm working with a lot of historical paint all the time. We have just little pieces from the Viking Age, and so I try to go down that rabbit hole and just researching a lot of stuff there. Yeah. It is a little niche inside of this really big hobby. I think it's an important one because it's not displayed as much as it should be. There was much more color in this age. We should create more of this stuff.
I'm Krzysztof. I belong to Drużyna Grodyczygłowa, in English Triglav, from Szczecin. We are part of East Storm Jomsborg. I'm son of Commander Igor Gurewicz. I came born in reenactment. My father built a team around him. I just came to the world living in this whole group. To be honest, the part of life of computer games, I'm not missing it because I'm actually doing it sometimes. Maybe not so much because I got friends in reenactment, I spend better time with them, so I don't think I miss it so much. It's just my way of being in the world. That's why I have long hair, I'm dressing as I dress, so not only reenactment clothes, but some metal shirts, some stuff connected to reenactment world.
It was definitely in the beginning. I was going fully for the fight, and I was training 3-4 times a week. My kids are now 16 and 13, and reenactment became really important, even more important when I got kids. There's room for family in this, and I think it's a great thing to have your kids experience and to grow up in. It opens their mind. I can see it on them, and it frees them a little bit. Kids that do reenactment, they're not so busy. Nike shoes, Adidas shorts, is it the new fit? My children like their Viking clothes better than they like anything we buy them from a shop. And I can see when they put it on and they run to a market.
Paint in the Viking Age is a little mysterious. We do not have a lot of evidences about it. There are just small fragments from all over Europe from a period of about 300 years. It's really hard to reconstruct a whole painted object of that time. What I try to do is to produce pigments and binders of that time and reconstruct at least somehow ornaments that we do know about, and stuff like these rawhide lanterns are more, let's say, reenactorism. They are not really historical, but they're a good display for what I'm doing. So because I'm really interested in how fine could you draw lines with self-made brushes, how good is the paint itself sticking onto the surface. But the evidences are really small from the archaeological view. Most of the pigments that I produce are coming from different minerals that you can find all over the place. Because of what has been found, we know that there was a huge trading all over Europe with different minerals. What I do is like collecting minerals all over Europe, crush them into a fine powder, you wash it several times and then you let it dry, and then you have a pigment powder that you can use as a color. But of course you also need some kind of binder. We do know that they used a lot of linseed oil, and you can mix linseed oil with different agents like egg or fish glues and skin glues. By mixing them together with the pigments, you get a color out of it, and this color you can paint on different surfaces.
Some rawhide here for a test. It's almost good. Maybe some more rubbing time so it gets more evenly, but it's good. Yeah, that's it. That's how you produce colors in early medieval times.
Twoi ludzie byli nam sojusznikami i pomocą w tych trudnych dla nas czasach.
Wielki, sławny Borysławie, twoje zaproszenie jest honorem dla nas. Chociaż mamy swoją ojczyznę, zdobyte ziemię, skarby, mnóstwo drakarów, snakarów i innych karów, to nie mogliśmy nie odpowiedzieć na twoje zaproszenie. Czego od nas oczekujesz, wielki, o sławny Borysławie?
Rad ci jestem i twoim ludziom za to, żeście tak licznie przybyli. Moi ludzie są też wam radzi, dlatego że chcecie ich bronić, chcecie być ich oparciem w tych trudnych dla nas czasach. Wróg zbliża się z każdej strony. Wróg atakuje nasze domy i zabiera nasze bogactwa. Zabierają nasze dzieci, pobierają w niewolę nasze kobiety. Chcielibyśmy, abyś objął przywództwo na tych ziemiach i za tą sprawą, żebyś bronił nas przed tymi wszystkimi wrogami. Na znak tej godności, której dostąpisz, przekazuję ci ten oto miecz jako insygnię twojej władzy na tych...
Władcą jedynym będziesz zawsze ty, a ja będę tutaj zgodnie z twoją wolą zarządzał tym miejscem, tym skrawkiem Polani. Mogę ci przyrzec, iż wybudujemy tu grot niezdobyty, w którym będą się mieścić nasi wojowie, nasze drakary, że zrobimy to wszystko tak, iżby podziało się zgodnie z twoją wolą, ponieważ zaszczytem największym jest dla nas twoja Sztor, Borysławie, przyjaźń.
Bardzo mnie to cieszy, rad jestem twoim słowom i wszyscy moi ludzie.
I nie wiem, kiedy walkirie poprowadzą mnie do Walhali, ale bądź spokojny, bo oto jest Sigvaldi, który jest wojownikiem lepszym niż jego duchowy ojciec Palnatoki. I on będzie kontynuował moje dzieło. Sigvaldi, tobie przekazuję ten miecz.
Ja, Sigwaldi, mając was tu za świadków, ślubuję bronić tym oto mieczem władztwa Jomsborgu. Po trzykroć sława naszym gościom!
Sława! Sława! Sława!
Nie dać sobie zrobić krzywdy, a właśnie tak to jest wyglądało.
Characters in reenactment are specific because it is hard to find those type of characters outside of this really closed group, because it is some specific mindset that you are living when you are in reenactment.
Yep. Er hält auf Grün an. Kann nicht jeder. Hallo. Hey, Kalle.
Fighting, I mean, everyone can learn fight, but learn how to fight properly to don't deal any damage to even those guys that you're fighting against, or with those who you're training each week. You're seeing them sometimes each day. You need to be just a friendly guy who can help, think not only for himself. That's the most important things in the mindset that you should have to become a reenactor.
Go for a shot.
Because you're not going to be when someone puts in a shot and it gets knocked up. That's what we're testing.
Okay. So. Stay lonely. Come on. Quicker, come on.
Yeah, good. Next.
The beautiful thing about doing reenactment is that we all step into the clothes, and the second we do that, we don't care if you're a doctor, if you're a policeman, if you're a teacher, if you don't have a job. All we care about is your character. Who are you as a person? Because it's not, hello, what do you do? It's, hello, my name is. And we meet each other as people without worrying about our social background. But when we're together in Viking clothes, it's only our character that matters. So I think in reenactment, the beautiful thing is probably that your true character comes out. Really, yeah, it brought forth my character. And then the camaraderie comes in. When you fight with someone on a battlefield together, you have this experience. You can't go out there and be a solo, single hero. You go out there to work as a team.
past years I was helping the youngest guys in the team, I mean the youngest by structure, to build the camp, to bring firewood, all this basics kind of stuff. This year I was chosen to build the Jomsborg camp in Wollin. I helped to build tents here, I'm helping my father in tent, selling books. I also organize trainings, art workshops, just be as much involved as I can and do what I can do for everyone.
Tak, na pewno mają 40. Tak, mają na pewno. Kaziu żył, to jest 2-0. To jest trzecie starcie.
Ej, to wrzucajcie partiaca i róbcie co zaraz.
To Kaziu wychodzi.
Bolą cię nogi, no to
wy. To rozstrzygnijcie sprawę pierwszego starcia. Tak, zgadzam się. Dawaj, Kaziu! Tak się skończy.
Fighting in reenactment, for me, as I was trained year by year from the small child, for me it's just normal to wear my stuff and go fight. Just to have fun, see other guys, challenge them, maybe sometimes get more improvement from more experienced guys. But I don't have a fear that something will happen to me. I think maybe it is a sport with danger, but I accept this danger and I overcame it.
Nie za głową.
Teraz dostałeś buta. A, teraz dostałem.
Chodź!
So we did as we said. First fight we fucked, and second fight they fucked us. So it's a circle of life.
Gratulacje panowie jeszcze raz. No dobra, ale to mówię, a gdzie się wybrał tam? Dobra, hasło nie rozwiedlinga. Wingowie charaktery przekażemy.
Krafting jeszcze i Nordelak 1.
Krafting też
The feast in the evening is as important as the battle. If we just fought and we didn't meet and feast, we would just be fighting against each other. I think we're all here to feast together also. Some more than others. It wouldn't be the same without the feasts. Reenactment per se, I think, grows because our evolution is going really fast. And somehow I think our bodies aren't ready for it. And we want to light a fire. We want to put a piece of meat to share with the bros. And we want to make something at home and we want to share it with people that we know will appreciate it.
cabinet.
Yeah. Theoretically, my physical therapist told me to not stand in the first line Thursday.
Oh, so that was the advice. Go to the second line, stand in the back.
My said you shouldn't go at all, you know.
It really killed you.
Actually, I've had a bigger influence in my normal life from the people I met at Wollin than my normal life has anything to do with here. Today I'm opening a brewery because I met a guy, a bro, who makes beer from Valgard at Wollin. That's how much Wollin changed my life.
The coolest thing about last year Wollin was I met a guy who's doing really authentic shields, and I had a chat with him about the colors on his shields, and so we just met and said it would be a cool joint venture over the winter time to produce a shield just with the tools of the time and then really paint it from scratch, really produce all the paint, all the binders, and then put it on it. That's what we did last year. He sent me a shield someone around Christmas, and I started like really producing the paint and trying to look for a nice design, and found in research some fragments from Denmark. We do not know if it really was a shield. It is a somewhat circular, organic something that was laying in a grave. But I decided to use these fragments and do a little artistic approach by trying to recreate what it could have looked like. And then I produced the paints that I needed from the fragments. I knew what kind of color they were. Now there's a beautiful shield that is really painted with handmade brushes, with the thickness of the lines, with the particle size of the pigments. It's really close to what it could have looked like. Yeah.
Hello.
It got a bit greener than I thought.
A bit greener? Yeah.
Yeah, it was more bluish when I was sending it, but it's okay. There's some of the white. We can fix that here.
Maybe
it's a bit. Yeah, we will fix it here.
Yes, when it was shipped.
Yeah,
probably it wasn't.
My name is Wojtek. I am an archaeologist and also the craftsman. I'm making shield replicas for reenactors, for passionates, for museums also, and everyone who want to have a nice replica, authentic replica of Viking shield or from other periods. I'm making elements based on archaeological finds. I'm getting a lot of my passion for details to make this reenactment more and more authentic as it could be.
But it's super light. But yeah, one size.
It's 2.7 kilograms.
And
80 diameter.
What's 8? No.
80 diameter.
Oh, it's really light.
Really light, yes. I think this is a very good shield replica. For me, it's the best shield which I made. For me, is a little masterpiece. You can shake in your hand and it's like a feather.
Yeah, my lightest is 2.8, but it's only 74 centimeters.
Okay.
Yeah.
The shield boss is really small.
Yeah.
It fits
But it fits perfectly. Everything's fine.
History and the passion for colors met us together. My friends on my stand and pigments, because I'm showing here at my stand how they were made. Leo saw this, and he's the master of arts of conservation, preserving history and colors, and we met.
Nice, yeah, and the artwork. It looks like it won't go to the battle.
One of the first comments I got from the internet when I was just posting it in a Facebook group was a guy who not really knowing anything of it and was just, "Oh, nice LARP shield." And I was just, boy, you do not know what kind of amount of work what got into it, you know. So it's, but it's the eye that is not used to it. You know, a lot of people in the scene are like, everything has to be a dull color and everything has to be super simple, because if it gets like sophisticated and complicated and with bright colors, it just can't be historical. But that's the thing that I try to say, that colors, and especially also bright colors, were pretty common, widely used.
We have hope.
Yeah, we have hope.
When people come to reenactment, they don't see this world as a place to live. For me, Wollin is pretty second house. Not the warm house where I live normally in Szczecin. The wooden house that we have behind me. This one is a place to be, to come here, to have fun, see some guys that I haven't seen for a while, make my life from civil to reenactment without modern world.
I think it's beautiful that reenactment is a melting pot of cultures. You go around, you hear French, you hear English, well, Polish, of course. It's mainly Polish word Wollin, and also the Polish are so good at being friendly to us non-Polish speakers.
I'm Sully. I was born in Poland, South Poland, but I went to Greece.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
We are from Spain.
As the reenactment grows, the countries are getting involved. People will interest in different cultures, different specialities, and this will have really good impact on all this world.
Viking was really a culture that went all over the world and impregnated everybody. And, you know, I think it's sometimes something is happening in ourselves that they remember something. And so maybe for some people it's even a calling to come home.
For me, Wolin is On one hand, it's a free time activity. On the other hand, it's one big friendship. It's like a huge family you have all over the world. You meet these people most of the time just once a year here. It's one big social gathering that is really like, yeah, it has some psychological healing power, I would say.
Where is your gambazon?
I don't need.
You don't have.
I am protected by my guts.
Deep in our cups of ale and cream, we'll soon go home by sea. To the steersman's call we greet the day, burning in the sun. It's 1/2 March, we dance in a rush, but the singing and cheering was good. Arise the dewy grass, me boys, arise the dewy grass. With our bells rung and smelling of dung, arise the dewy grass.
Boston boys.
Inside your tent.
For me, my father's footsteps are not so easy because I don't have interest in writing books, making them. I don't have such an ambition. I just prefer to train my guys in Triglav, watch them improve, help them just have pretty good time. Now I'm not thinking about any big stuff because it's not for me. I'm just too young.
Right, guys, we're not gonna wait any longer. So that's not whole Jomsborg who came. We will meet the rest on the field. Welcome you all from all over. East Storm! East Storm! West Storm! West Storm! South Storm! South Storm! Woodland Storm! Woodland Storm! West Storm! West Storm! That's a very special year for many of us, probably for all, and not necessarily in a great sense. I'd like to bring your attention to all these oak leaves around. I think it's obvious for all of you. It's to commemorate our friend Debowy, the Oakman, who passed away last May. Basia and their daughters are here with us. We are with them to support them and to bring lots of joy to their lives. We're gonna win this war for Oakman! Don't die. Right, guys.
I'm fighting also, and I'm testing and improving my shields with connection with knowledge from the battlefield. Fighting is part of a sport for me, good condition and health.
No, we're not enemies, but we want to win. Those are my friends on the other side. Some of them I know, some I don't, and they want to win. We want to win, but we don't want to kill each other, and we're extremely upset when someone gets hurt. It's a sport, and it's about control, and that's what we train. We actually train hard to not be too dangerous, but definitely to win. We want to win, so it's competitive.
Silent.
As you remember, last year, the last day, last fight, we won. And we said that next year we'll do the same. Let's hope. Because of the lag.
If they make a breakthrough, good. Let them come.
Can we go in that place for weight? Because here we will not jump very fast. And we are a bit strong.
We had it. When we make contact, we need to just keep steadily moving forward and keep the pressure up. And even if
then we work.
Yeah. So shields protect the long weapons work.
One thing that I would like to tell audience about reenactment and this whole world is to not get afraid, and if you want to try, then try. People are thinking that this is some kind of bad guys who are not polite, who don't want to help. Just don't be afraid to ask. We will help, and even if you want to, just join group that you like the most.
Here's the thing, in vino veritas. Everybody knows that Alan likes